It's snowing here at apparently Easter Road Rangers. It's meant to be the Ibrox, you idiots who made this patch, no offence. Hibernian aren't even on the game, so why is it out there? I don't know. So mistake from me again, possibly. But here we are, Easter Road Rangers beat us 2-0 last time, and these are all just practice games. I'm gonna, for pre-season / the end of the thing, I'm literally gonna make a video where it's literally gonna be just the goals. I'm not gonna even show full matches, just the goals of pre-season / end of season and the negotiations. Hopefully we can save our club and make sure we don't get, you know, what's the word, go out of business because of money worries. Their team, Letezi in goal, Cole Svensson, Pierre Fan, Weir, Smith, Barry Ferguson, etc. Proso's up top. Our team, Ivarov, Liberman, Jaric, Villeni, Mathieu, Pembridge, Ordaz, Burchett playing, Menanda also, as well as Hullins playing, and Simpson up top, who are all up for the game. Nico Landy is the ref. So we're underway here in a very snowy Scotland, when it's only quite interesting really. Well, this is the third to last game and apparently it's snowing. Liverman's making an attack and Mathieu comes across, and Ivarov, of course, who's playing the game. He's really actually kept on to his number one spot quite well. Ross has barely played. He has played. I think we're going to use them as a, you know, they swap each game or something like that, depending who's up for the game or not. Ordaz, Pembridge, good signing, but I think he might be one of the ones who gets sold, so we can make some money. I'd rather sell him than Mathieu. Mathieu's going to be probably the best signing so far. Slide tackle comes in. Malcolm over to the box. Pruso, good save there from Ivarov. Bit of lag there. Villeni. Ordaz brings it away. Pembridge. Menanda. Of course, once this finishes, I start a PES 5 Master League. And then we'll alternate each weekend after that, once we've done a full season of PES 5. So we will have a pre-season, proper pre-season. Menanda. Burchett. Mathieu! Blocked, and it should go for a corner. Yep. Ball into the middle. Simpson looking it for it. It's away. But headed away from Liverman. Pembridge didn't want any of that. They've won the ball. Ordaz. Ball from him. Chance now for Rangers bringing it forward. Of course, this weekend we were Fenerbahce game I actually filmed last weekend, but this weekend we're only going to film one game and then film the last two games next weekend, which is of course the last two games of the PES Division 2. And then of course next week PES 5, sorry not next week, the week after that PES 5 starts. I'll do a full season on that till we're done one season each, and then after that it'll be alternating each weekend. One weekend PES 6, one weekend PES 5. Ordaz, Collins, Simonson, Burchett. Turns of defenders, plural. Burchett. Collins heads it back to Burchett, I think. Oh no, I think it was headed away. I don't know what it was. Jaric, Lenny. With the pre-season, I'm literally going to be playing. And I'm not even going to put it up to watch really, because it's going to be quite boring. When I get high up in the division, I get better at this game, then we'll show pre-season fixtures on this channel. And it's good save from Ivarov. The ball over to Prosu, so Prosu brings a brilliant save out of Ivarov. He might actually stay number one after all that. Liberman away. Stephen Smith look for Prosu. Menanda. Rangers are dominating here at what should be at home, but it's not. It's Easter Road, which is Hibernian's ground. Ordaz. My bad for not checking. Villeni. Here's Menanda. Burchett. For Hullins. Pembridge. Simpson looking to turn and shot, but couldn't get the shot away, or couldn't even get it under control, let's say. Prusu. Mathieu away. Liberman. Menanda, tackled by Barry Ferguson, and Barry Ferguson I'm planning a big weekend of a big month of winning the Premier League. It's not going to be the next couple of months, but chance! He's put it wide! How has Namucci hit that river of the defence is in disarray and he's put it wide? That's got to be missing the tournament, missing the series from the opposing side. I know I've smashed over the bar many a time, so. Wardaz. Pembridge. Seems a bit laggy, this footage, but we'll do. Menander. Birchett. Looking for Simonson again. Rangers should really be 1-0 up. Birchett. Simonson. Machu. Blocks. Kept on. Would have gone on for a corner. Machu wins it back. Ordaz gets that. No, it doesn't. It's gone to the Rangers side of the ground. Liberman. Gone on for a throw. Where's that guy going? Malcolm. Rangers looking to force their way in back up the field, and they have with this surging run from Malcolm on the wing. Liberman's got to sort him out and forces him to go backwards to Stephen Smith. Aldas comes flying in. Lenny's got to do a job, he doesn't, but it's poor pass in the end. Pembridge. Simonson. Back to him. Ordaz. Looking for Hullins. Can we get a goal before half time? Ball into the middle. Simpson's arriving. It's too far for him to run. He is fast, but not that fast. Jarrett. Liberman, and it's half time here. And they're on a snowy Scottish night. It's 1-0 here. Sorry, 0-0 here. Apparently there's no tunnel. Will we see, what is this? Prusu brought a brilliant save out Ivarov there. Lovely save. Trying to keep his battle of number one spot. We've got two good, brilliant keepers, Rost and Ivarov. But here was a big chance. How has Kamuchi missed that? I think we'll do some formation settings. We're going to change player. As you can see, my whole attack is up for the game. Jimenez is going to come on instead of Ordaz. I don't know why I keep playing Ordaz on the wing. I need to change that. But he's not really a winger. Collins to Simpson. We're away again. Jimenez. Liverman back to him. Pembridge. Collins. Ball over to Simpson. That doesn't work on this game. Why do I keep trying it? Birchett. And again. Rangers snuffed out the danger. Birchett. Pembridge. Lenny. For Pembridge. Has just managed to get there before the Rangers player did. Jimenez looking to beat this fullback, and of course turning works in this game. I know that now thanks for the hitch. Ball into the middle. Simpson's arriving. It's away. Menander. Beaten to the ball by Malcolm. 51 minutes played here. Rangers look like they're going to probably snuff out this onslaught of Portsmouth. Portsmouth are just looking. My target now is not finishing the bottom two, and then we've had a meh season, but we have improved. Ferguson. Jarrett is looking to maybe close him down, but decided not to in the end, and it afforded the time to give the ball to that player. We've got tackled by Machu. Jarrett offside anyway. Play the advantage, ref. You twat. Only just. Damn. Malcolm. Buffle. If I play the win in the Premier League at free start, we're going to be doing PES 6 a lot. Jimenez. Lovely ball to Hullins. Decided to cut the turn inside. Simpson! Oh. Ball wasn't quite close enough, and the keeper managed to gather. Quite a simple game really here for the goalkeeper. He hasn't really had much to do. It has been all Portsmouth in the midfield, but they've just not really made many a chance to really threaten the keeper. Pembridge. Menander. There's Alan Simpson. Good football. Hollins, good save. Only as far as Pembridge. Pembridge was going to have a flyer, but it was tackled by Prusso. But that was the first dangerous moment for the Rangers goalkeeper to deal with. He was quick out and managed to snuff out the Hollins chance. Burke. And Chu's got to do something. Doesn't, but Liberman's there, back to clear it away to Menander. Hollins caught on the ball, brings it down. Buffill hit the post. Chance here, they've scored. That's poor defence. I don't know what Liberman was doing, but Buffill, the second attempt, has scored here. It's 1-0 Rangers, and they look like they're going to do the double. There was deflection there, in fact, and what was Liberman doing? He gave it the ball straight back to Buffel. Caught everyone by surprise that first shot, but then, bloody hell. Rangers, who have not really done much this half, has now scored. Look. Between two defenders and all. Look at that. Great shot. Caught everyone out, and then Liberman, I don't know what you're doing, mate. Just knock out the corner, if anything. Prosu managed to get out of the way, and it's a goal. So Rangers had, Portsmouth had no chance at one end, and then Rangers have gone off and scored. Kimles, Valeni. They drew at Celtic. They have come back. That's the only time they've come back from behind in this whole season. They've been a very poor season. They do not look like they're going to go up next season. Surely not. Liberman's got to get away. Hasn't done much. Chance for two, and it's gone wide. He's already scored one. He's looking for his second. Ivrov, quick as you can, gets it downfield. That's not to anyone. It's now Prusso. Namucci, who had that open goal miss in the first half. Chu's got to do something about this. He's been defeated there, but Jaric gets it. Hollins, looking for Simonson, but that pass was never going to make it to him. I don't know what he was trying to do there. We're going to do a sub. We're going to do a sub. We're going to do Hamzen on Hollins. Can I bring Orders back on? No, I can't. Just saying. I haven't got Curl on today, of course. Menander is up for the game where Colin was a bit, I'm not sure about this. Don't like the cold, I'm Brazilian. Simonson's got to use his pace. That's why we signed you, mate. Alan Simpson. Machu goes off to Menander, but Menander was never going to get to that ball. I don't know what Machu's doing. Unlike him, he's such a very good player on this game. Given to Menander. Menander to Simonson. Simonson. Hollins. Didn't make it to him. Hamzen on for Hollins. No Costolo today. Well, not yet anyway. Machu. Menander. Gives it off to Alan Simonson. And again. Just one heavy touch too many. Liberman. In fact, I don't think it was Liberman. I think it was in fact... who was it who made it? It was Jaric, in fact, who made the mistake for the goal, I believe, not Liberman. I don't know. Birchett. Pembridge. Alan Simonson. Hamzen, who's come on as a sub. Again, the ball to Menander's not very good. Minute added on. We're all fucked, we are. We're fucked. Here on the Sunday game, of course, normally 2 games on the Saturday, but of course goal of the month was there instead, so only just the 2, which leaves 2 games next week. Smith, they're just running down what's left of the stoppage time. Unlucky to lose here today, Portsmouth, but it just sums up their season, and it's the end of the game. Buffel with the only goal, a defensive mix-up yet again, and Rangers walk away with the 3 points. To Master League menu. Yeah, that's not healthy reading. I've decided we're going to probably sell Pembridge again, even though he is much better than Ayugu. I'm looking at Ayugu, he'll probably go. I'm not sure who else will go. I'm not selling Curlon, Simonson or Machu. They are 3 players I want to keep for a long, long time. So we need to just somehow work around that. See the match analysis. All about 1-0. I could have told you that. Master League ranking. Where are we? We are now back down to the bottom. We do not want to finish bottom. Those 4 draws are going to come back to haunt us, I think. 3, 6, 9, 12. 19 points. We could, if we turn those draws into wins, we could still be fighting the title. Promotion race, but we are not. Rangers. That victory for Rangers has helped them out. Let's have a look at the calendar. Let's have a look. Rangers 1-0. Of course, Celtic also win. Galatasaray drop points in the race for promotion. Fenerbahce, we all know they're up anyway. So in the next episode, next week, we've got Sheffield United on the Saturday. Then on the Sunday, the final game of the season, Galatasaray. And then the weekend after that, it'll be PES 5 Master League for a season. And then we'll be alternating, as I've said it a couple of times. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this PES 6 Master League episode. Please join for the next one.